Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's Wow of the Month session, how to maximize your productivity with consistent tool setups. My name's Cody Mitchell. I'm the Technical Sales Manager here at ZOLLER Inc. And today I'm with my counterpart, Nilo. Nilo, if you want to introduce yourself for the audience.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. My name is Nilo Bilba. I'm the Manufacturing Productivity Engineer with ZOLLER, and I bring over 20 years experience in manufacturing of any sort.
Excellent. So today, Nilo will be presenting our powerShrink 600 that you see behind us. Before we get to that, there's a couple bullet points that I'd like to hit. The myzoller.com webpage, we do have a chat functionality. So if you have any questions or comments, even though this is somewhat of a one-way live session, we do want to make it as interactive as possible for you out there in the audience. So be sure to use that chat function, and we will have a Q&A session at the end to go over any and all questions. Also, something that you can do with the myzoller.com webpage is register for upcoming ZOLLER events. And the next event we have is actually being hosted here at our Industry 4.0 Tech Center and headquarters up in Ann Arbor, Michigan, August 9th and 10th. And that is our ZOLLER Automation Days, where we will be presenting ZOLLER automated solutions to help automate success out in the production shops. And that could be from anywhere from automating the tool crib with tool management, tool traceability, moving into the world of CNC tool presetting and automatic data transfer from the presetter out to the CNC machine control, all the way up to 24/7, lights out, automatic tool inspection, tool assembly, tool presetting, and even tool transportation from the tool crib area out to the CNC machine and even back. We are going to also have some keynote speakers. They're actually going to speak about their live experiences with ZOLLER automated solutions in their shop, which help benefit them with success and efficiency.
Exactly.
So that being said, I'm going to hand this off to you, Nilo.
Thank you. So as it was mentioned, today we'll be talking about shrinking, unshrinking, and the machine that is behind me, it will populate that. It will help. And that's the powerShrink 600. And as you look here, we have a few options. A few elements that we have here, then we'll concentrate on that. We have the induction coil. That's the one that has two windings, and then we'll see that later on, what the functions are on those ones. The other thing is this: we have a 14-inch touchscreen display that it can go deep, it can go really effective, and that's the thing that with the touchscreen. On the other thing is here, we have like any other unit. This unit is UL CSA certified, which will make more efficient for your production. As having it very compact and very ergonomic, presented, under the table, the ZOLLER table, we have a circulating chiller that it helps everything cooling down the assemblies. Part of this very nicely presented and nicely designed unit, we have the fume extractor that it helps to extract the fumes when we do shrinking, unshrinking. And the other thing is this: it chills down, it cools down the induction coil. This is the unit per se, like you see it here. And now I would like to go a little bit more in detail to see exactly what the unit does. As I mentioned in the beginning, the display, the touchscreen, it has a few options that it can help you go straight to the destination that you require, or it can go even faster. And I'll go to each one of them. The first one, it will give you the option that you have various holders. Like in this case, you see that we have a standard one that has 4.5 degrees, or you have a slim holder, or you have extensions. And every single one, it has on the screen, when you touch whatever option you want to choose, it has the sizes that you want to work with. Then on the next page, it will show you the inch sizes. So you don't have to worry about calculating where it moves. And then the other thing is this, I don't want to mention about that the coil has the numbers and has automatic function that it moves at the right position. And we'll see that in a moment. All the other functions there, like for example, if I go an extension, you have exactly the same option. You have the metric. We go on the next side, you have more metric, more extension, more possibilities. And then you have the inch. So it will help you to reach the destination of your function of your shrinking in a very short time. The second option you have, you say is like, okay, I want to use my own metrics. I want to use my own functions, and you have that exactly that option, which is direct selection. Then you can choose. You have here inches, you have metrics. So we offered that option as well into this machine. The last option that we'll be working on, and that's what we'll be talking that in a while about it. We have the ZOLLER holders. We have an ID chip that it helps monitor, and it helps, and you will see that the function that it creates. What I do in this case, I'll pick up my scanner, and then you see that when you look on the coil, it will move automatically to the programmed size. In this case, what I do, I'll bring the coil to the right position. I will confirm it. And here we have the shrinking option. We have two options. Either I confirm it on the handling itself or on the screen. And for these purposes, now I'm using the ones on the handle, which I'll do it, and you see straight away the percentage go up. I pop the tool in, and then you see on the cooling belt, the light green goes intermittent, and it will show me which position to bring the assembly in. And then you see that's the red color. That means the assembly is hot. Like the other ones, there's green, there's nothing there, and it is hot. And you see later on, it will be another color, the color blue. That means it is cooled down. While running this tool there, this assembly, you have the option to speed up the process, and you bring the next assembly in. And I do exactly the same like I did with the other one. I'm scanning. It goes to a different diameter, a different position. I bring the assembly down, and this here I am confirming. And like I did with the one before, I did it on the handle. This time I'll do it on the screen. And again, the percentage, it goes up. I'll just pop the tool in, and there's another cooling bell, and perfect timing as this one here. I'll put it in the first tool. It shows blue. That means it's ready. It's ready to go in the production, or it's ready to go to whatever it's designed for. Imagine that this tool goes in production, or the other option you have, this one comes from the machine, and this holder the tool needs to be replaced. It's broken, or the cycle time is over. I'll bring it on the machine while the other assembly is cooling down. I continue bringing it exactly the same. I scan it, and it moves the coil. You saw that the coil moved to the right position. As I mentioned in the beginning, here we have the coil. We have two windings that the system, it just chooses, because it's already pre-designed. It can go independently, one, or it can go both, and that's already assigned for that. And in this case, I just bring it down to the position to unshrink the holder. I confirm it. This case, I'm using from the screen. I take the tool out, and again, the light is blinking green. I bring it down to cool it. And in the same time, you see that while I do this here, there is this assembly, it's already finished. And you saw that the color was blue, which is perfect. Now it turns into green. What we have here, as you saw that the efficiency that the machine shows, it is going smooth, goes from one operation to another one. What makes it so possible to go smooth and cancel all the other errors that you have? I mentioned that in the beginning. Then we have the ZOLLER holders. They have an ID chip. We have on our portfolio, ZOLLER portfolio, we have various machines. Like you see here, we have a powerShrink, we have presetters, we have balancers, we have various other options, that the ZOLLER functions, can accommodate to. All this is done from one data source. What it means, like you saw in this case, this is another holder. In this one here, you see that it goes to a different dimension, a different diameter. This means that From the powerShrink, it goes to the presetter. There you have another scanner, and it just populates the data, the offsets. From the presetter, it goes to the balancer where you balance the tool, and then you have another system there at the machines where you scan it, and then you just transfer the offset into the machine. So you see that the options that we have here, they give us the flexibility from one database, and it functions and uses the same language. This is what Zoller is powerful on, using this, and again, I'm repeating myself, from one data source, that it makes it so efficient and so powerful.
Excellent, Nilo.
Thank
you for that very informative demo. As I stated before, we do have a Q&A session, and I do have a couple questions that we hope you can help us out with. So the first question we have is, can you do heavy duty tooling? Can you heat shrink and cool heavy duty tooling with a standalone unit like this
Yes.
powerShrink 600?
So on the same unit, you don't need another unit. With the same one, you can replace the coil with a more powerful one, which is a 22 kVA coil. That means you don't have to buy another machine. And if you need, what you saw before or something that is heavier, you can interchange that coil, which will be a great tool, for the production.
So basically, the machine can come with either coil, or if you need both, you just have an extra coil, and as you need them, you just replace one to the other for depending on what you need.
Correct.
Okay. What about ultra slim?
Yes, as you saw there in the beginning that I showed you that we have the function. You see here the cooling belts that it has the standard ones. We have an adapter that you can pop it into the cooling belts. And here on the screens that we showed it in the beginning, and you saw that, we have the selection where you have the slim holders, there's really skinny, or you have the extensions. They use exactly the same. So when you have the ultra slim one, you don't use anything else but the same procedure like I showed you in the beginning. So it's following the same process.
Okay. Do you have more entry type units than what we're seeing right here?
Yes, we have a tabletop unit that is not automated linear guide with the cooling, which is as well uses the same technology. The coil is manually interchangeable, but it uses the same chiller, the same fume extractor, and it has no touchscreen there. It has a keyboard membrane on the body of the machine, so it can accommodate various budgets.
So essentially, instead of the automatic scan, the automatic coil, the automatic lighting, we do have manual membrane keyboard, manual operated coils, and manually cooling systems, right? But all the same high quality components in the background of the cooling and heating
Exactly.
design.
Yes.
Perfect. Last question I have here: can you track number of shrinks on a holder?
Yes. So here, as I showed in the beginning, this ID chip, you have the function where you can scan it, and it shows the scan information. And there, when I scan it, you will see the number of the holder that is assigned in the beginning. You see the ID number, how the holder is called. You see the shrinking parameters, the number of cycles that the assembly that was used. You have the warning limits that you have there. But this is interesting. What it shows that you can collect the data, of the total assemble. When the holder reaches the limits, then you can say you can replace it. So it's a great tool to have that, when you can monitor that.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Well, that's all we have for our Q&A session. Before we hop off here, first and foremost, I want to thank everybody for joining the session today. Once again, I want to mention that myzoller.com. We do have this particular recorded session that you can go to. If maybe one of your team members wasn't able to join today, or maybe you liked what you saw and you want to show other team members, we do have this particular session recorded, and we also have past sessions recorded for other Zoller solutions as well, right? Once again, you can also register for upcoming events, so don't forget to check out the content for our upcoming Zoller Automated Days up at our Ann Arbor headquarters. And last but not least, if you have any further questions that maybe we didn't get to or that you think of later, if you want information, pricing, just go to our website, www.zoller-usa.com. And we also have a live chat function there where you can ask any questions, and then we can get you in touch with your local Zoller representative. And we even have a neat feature, what we call Zoller on Tours, where we can actually bring certain products and machines out to your facility to do live hands-on demonstrations on your shop floor. Another possibility is, of course, here at our Industry 4.0 Tech Center, we have cameras where we can do live virtual sessions if you can't leave the shop. Or if you do get the opportunity to leave the shop, we, of course, we'd be more than happy to invite you here at our Industry 4.0 Center. So with that being said, I think that's all we have for today. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Be sure to check out that myzoller.com for the upcoming Wow of the Month sessions. We look forward to seeing you there.
Thank you.